Good morning, y'all. This is the Generation Jones reseller. I am the Generation Jones reseller, and I resell items on eBay and Etsy. I am a reseller. My goal is to resell enough items or build my store enough to where I can supplement my retirement. I don't want to have to work until I'm 70, and I have other sources. I just need to add a little bit. I don't want to take my Social Security too early, so my plan is to use my side gig as to further enhance my financial for retirement. So I'm in the process of building my store, and I'm finding what works for me and my store. And along the way, I want to share how, if you are in a generation where you're getting ready to retire, or you're already retired and you're not doing so well, you might feel a little bit apprehensive about retiring. This is one way you can succeed at your goal. It's not easy, and it does take work. It takes tenacity and determination, but it will work. It's already working for me. So I wanted to share one item that I found does sell, and you could find them all over the place, and that is dateless planners. The reason people love dateless planners is because you can start at any time of year. If you want to start at your birthday, if you want to start on the 4th of July, if you want to start at Easter, if you want to start journaling at Lent, any time of the year, because sometimes you buy a planner that has dates on it, and then you get halfway through the year and you haven't touched it, and you just feel like, what's the point? But with dateless planners, you don't have to worry about that. You could just pick it up anytime you want. You can have months go by and pick it up again. So they will sell. This one in front of me, I got in a bulk bag that I bought at Goodwill. And I've spoke about them before. I got it at Goodwill, and I wasn't looking for a dateless planner. It just came in the bag. So essentially, I paid $5.99 for the whole bag. I got other items in the bag that were worth more than the planner to resell. So it was just a byproduct of the other items in the bulk bag. So if I spent $5.99 on the bag, and there was 4 items in there that I could get $20 off of, and then I had this and I wasn't even planning on selling it, pretty much this is like a freebie to me. So anything I sell it at, it's going to be a win. And this particular one is called the Baltic Club Dateless Planner. And it's just your typical planner and journaling, monthly planner journaling, but it doesn't have any dates on it, so you can just start whenever the heck you want to start. And because this was basically a freebie, even if I sell it at $12, it'll be a net profit of now see, this one is ripped, so I'll have to go in there and rip that off. But it doesn't make or break the planner. So I could sell this for $14, and it would be pure net. Even with the fees, whatever was left over would be a good thing. Now this one, the Baltic, it is very popular. Another thing I want to point out is, a lot of people say, well, you can just go to Target and get it on sale, or you could find these at Ross or at TJ Maxx. You can, but a lot of people don't have that available to them. Or some people don't want to go into the store. people are apprehensive about going into public places, or they have anxiety and they don't want to go to Target or TJ Maxx or Ross or Marshalls or wherever. It's easier for them to do it this way. And it's a little more personalized on eBay or Etsy rather than Amazon. And so, you have to remember that factor when you're selling stuff. Don't tell yourself, well, I'm not going to sell this on eBay. They can go anywhere and get it for less money. Yeah, you might be able to find this at TJ Maxx for $7, but not everybody can. This is another one that came in. It came in the same bulk bag as the other one I showed you. This is a Mossery, and this one is more popular. Now these go for like $23, $25 at places like Barnes & Noble. Actually, Barnes & Noble is more expensive than that. I wouldn't say I don't know if you can get anything there for $23. But I could sell it for that much on eBay. And basically, it was nothing because I got it in the bulk bag. Same place I got stationery that I shared with you the other day. Now this one's a little gem. It's a little bit tattered. However, it's a journal. It's a dateless journal. A workbook for embracing and elevating beyond your shadow. Shadow growth journal. These are very popular. And I could probably sell this on Etsy for $15, and I bought it at the Goodwill bookstore. If you have Goodwill bookstores by you, go visit them. Sometimes it depends upon where they are. Sometimes they're more expensive than others. I found one where some of the items I buy are $9.99, and then I go to the Goodwill bookstore in the next city down, or the next whatever down, and the same book would go for $3 there. So it just depends upon who's running the store. And I don't remember what I paid for this, $5, $3, something like that. However, I can still make net on it because of the subject matter. It's your shadow self journal, your shadow work journal, and it's based on Carl Jung's philosophy, and so that is a very popular thing to find. So if you see this in Goodwill, even where the books are, pick it up because it will sell. Now, even if you don't believe in that, even if you think shadow work's a bunch of BS, who cares? You're not buying it for you. You're buying it for somebody who might benefit from it. And then this is another journal, and I only paid $3 for this one. $3. And I might have even paid only like 50 cents because it might have been, I'm not really sure. I might have got it on sale. I have it written down in my Excel because you always want to make sure that you keep track of what you're buying, what you're going to sell it for, and what you actually made on it after all the fees and everything. I even put down what store I got it out of. I do not put down what date it was, though. I don't know if a lot of people do that, but I don't do that. And then it was suggested by AI that on the receipt, I should write down next to it which clothing item I bought for that price on the receipt. But I don't do that. I don't have time to do that because, I still work full time and I'm running 2 stores and I still have family at home that I take care of. So that's one detail I left out. we'll see at the end of this year if that's going to be an issue for me as far as taxes. So this one is just a mindful journal. Rewrite the script of your life. And I will sell this one on Etsy. Anything to do with mindfulness I sell on Etsy. There's an introduction, how to use it, a few do's and don'ts, cleansing and breathing exercises. When you wake in the morning, lie still for a moment before you open your eyes. And then you journal, and these are so popular. And this one was very nicely made. And so yeah, so if you find these, I mean, you're not going to make $100 on them or anything, but it's something. It's something. And like I said, if you find them in a bulk bag, you're not even going out of your way to acquire them. Sometimes when I go to Barnes and Noble, I'm like, well, who's buying this stuff? It's so expensive. I mean, it looks really nice on the way they have it displayed. Their marketing team's one in a million, but I just don't know who pays full price for that stuff. Anyways, okay, so this is the Generation Jones reseller. I am the Generation Jones reseller. I hope you like and subscribe. Follow for more tips. And remember, I'm not an expert, but I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel. Just remember also, write down your plan. Journal your plan. Write down projected dates you want to start. You want to get this far at this date. And then when you get to that date, if you didn't get that far, go back and figure out why, so that the next quarter or whatever you're doing, don't reinvent the wheel, but you're still going to learn as you go along. Thanks so much for joining me. Have a great Sunday. Peace out.